Today, the White House defended its takeover of the D.C. Police Department and the deployment of National Guard troops in the district, announcing a total of 465 arrests since the takeover began.
If not for this task force and their high level of coordination and the leadership of this president, there would have been 465 more violent criminals on the streets of this capital that you all live in every day. So I think we should all be very grateful for that.
For more context here, Ted Oberg and the News4 I-Team tried to track down details about those alleged 465 violent criminals. Ted joins us now with what they found. Ted?
Yeah, Sean, look, we are not going to weigh in on whether our D.C. neighbors should be grateful for the extra efforts. It's your choice. You'll make that decision. And we acknowledge all of this is based on crime statistics reported by D.C. police that, as Paul Wagner points out, are now under investigation. But we're talking about trends here, so we believe there's still some important context to examine. Every morning, D.C. police release the names of people arrested in the district, what they've been arrested for and where. D.C. police tell us it includes almost all arrests by federal agencies, too, since those agencies don't have their own facilities to book and hold criminal suspects. So according to that D.C. police data, in the week before the takeover, 39% of all arrests were for violent crimes. Since the takeover started, that number is 36% of all arrests. It's still more than 200 people. It's important, but not a huge change. A third of all arrests in the district since the takeover began are for 3 misdemeanors: simple assault, no permit, which is D.C. language for driving without a license, and unlawful entry, which is a type of trespassing. The White House also said today nearly half of all arrests since the takeover began are in D.C.'s high crime areas, wards 7 and 8. That's the way they described them. That's primarily east of the Anacostia River in southeast D.C. Our analysis of D.C. police data doesn't reflect that it's that high a percentage, but not significantly different. The issue, again, is the trend. Before the takeover begins, in that week, 39% arrests are in wards 7 and 8. Since the takeover began, 39%. No increase. Look, people who are living in areas where there is crime want to see some policing, and they are. What they're not seeing is a change. None of this includes people arrested for immigration violations. D.C. police don't record that because immigration violations are not a local crime. We've asked the White House repeatedly for access to detailed data about who they're arresting for immigration violations and where. And Sean, we're still waiting.
Ted, we appreciate you putting that into context for us, and we know you're going to stay on top of it. Thank you.
You bet.